Hello guys, this is Eric Day from ACS Learning Hub. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for coming back. Alright, today is 2025, 14th of July. Yep, okay. Come on, let me let me see if anybody here. Let me check alright, nice. Okay, let's see. Let me check. Okay, where is it now? Okay, now, yep, I'm in, right? That, yes, yes, yes. Okay, that's good, that's good, that's good. All right, hi Bradley, nice to see you. Yep. Okay, yes, hi. Let me check. Okay, today I'm going live onto my YouTube as well as also on this TikTok. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. Yep. And I'm going to do up my live analysis. Yes. Hopefully. Hopefully it works. Yep. Okay. Yes. And let's see how does it goes about. Okay. All right. And let's check. Okay, I hope people on the TikTok you'll be able to see my live here. What would that be? Okay. Oh yeah. All right. Yes, how are you guys? So I hope everything is good. Yeah. Okay, now let's check that's weird. Very weird. Yep. Okay. Let's see, let's see. Okay. All right. Well, can everyone see me actually? Okay. Let me go ahead with this first. Since Okay, Namaste, Wasim. Nice to see you. How are you? How's your trading lately? I hope everything is good for you. I received TikTok, did not receive any TikTok. Okay, because it went halfway through and then it didn't go live. Okay, that's sad. Uh, well, okay, and let's see. All right, today I think everybody should be very happy because what we see here, there's a lot of movement in the cryptocurrency, correct? Okay, so I think it's pretty exciting. Yep. Okay, so now, okay, let me see. Okay, let's check. I'm so sorry. If I go live, there's a little bit of delay here. Okay. Yep. Okay. All right. And well, a yeah. Let me see. Yes. What is that? Let me check again. Let me check again. Okay. Hopefully this time it works. Okay. Thank you for your patience, guys. Let's see it works or not. Okay. I'm not sure because end of the day it's like too heavy to go on it. Yeah. Right. Yeah. And today I'm going to do up. Today I'm going to do up some analysis as well together with all of you. Okay. Hopefully it will be like last week, 100% hit. Yeah. Okay. I think okay. Right now, some of you are over the weekend, especially. Okay. Especially the over the weekend. I think it's pretty exciting, and I received yeah, I think it went pretty good. Okay. Yeah, especially I think the weekend is actually really good. All right. Oh yeah, my TikTok finally go live. Okay. Oh yes. Yep. uh yes. Oh, okay, guys. I set up the YouTube date is wrong. Huh? Okay, so sorry about it. Okay, so it should be 14, right? Today is 14th of July, not 11. All right. Pardon me. Yeah. Okay. So you see, we are moving towards 120, and it breaks 120. It broke 120 just now. All right. So I think that's for the Bitcoin, and it actually have a good push on the. It also has a good influence. Okay, I should say I have a good influence. Not me. Sorry, is I think Bitcoin has a good influence over the rest of the crypto. I think it really just bring everything up nicely. Well, we can see that currently it's actually really taking out XRP, taking XRP, bringing XRP to $2.95 as of now. All right, it actually so close. It actually broke 3 before. All right, so I think it is. It's going to be very interesting, huh? Right. Okay. Yep. Well, let's see. What will that be? And how is it going to be like? All right. Okay. Let me take a look over here. All right. Yes. Oh, I see. Yes. Okay. Hi JY, meeting now. Just sneaking to say hi. Oh, so thank you so much. All right, and well, thank you so much for you guys here. Okay, all right. So then I will just continue first. Okay, since there are few of you in different platforms already in. All right, except for the TikTok. Okay, okay. Yep, and over here, all right, over at this point here, okay, we're now on live. Okay, now yes, live here. Okay, you're right. Okay, so let me see. At the moment, okay, at the moment over here, we are actually oh, I can see, I can monitor my live here. Okay, that's good. All right. Hi, POV. Nice to see you here. Thank you so much. Okay, and well, I'm here to do up my live analysis with the rest of my guys. TikTok is my very new platform. It's extended here, so I'll be focusing on my YouTube channel. Okay. All right. So let's see if hopefully everything works well for this area here. All right, then I hope it will just give me something good. Yeah. Yep. All right. Oh yeah. Okay. Yes. Right, over here. Yes, guys from TikTok, I also can see you now. Okay, so thank you so much for people who just joined in. David, AF, 1Q. All right, there are many. All right. Right, over here. Okay, so let's see. Oh my god, what does it mean? Okay. Yep, anyway, okay, so let's take a look at wow, this testing is fantastic, huh? Okay. Yep, okay, now let's get into my analysis first. All right, let's get into my analysis. All right, so I'm always here to share with my guys here about can take a look at the JPY. Okay, pound yen. Okay, pound yen. All right, so I just add in the pound yen first, huh? Okay, let's take a look. All right, let me check. Let me add in because I don't have pound yen. I don't really, yeah, sorry. Okay. Yep. JPY. Right, JPY over here. Okay. Right. Okay, so yep. Pound yen. Let's take a look at pound yen. Well, first of all, I think let's read out okay. Pound yen. Okay, let's take a look at pound yen. Pound yen. Okay, so first of all, pound yen. I think we are able to see that the pound yen is actually running, you know. What should I say here? Let me check. I haven't read out the pound yen. Usually I will read out first before I actually come to live. Okay, anyway, right. So for pound yen, okay. Now, as of now, as for pound yen, as you can see, pound yen over here, all right, we are actually moving towards the north, all right. So but the good thing is that right now, as I can see, okay, what is it about pound yen is that seems like pound yen is actually forming up and is looking for some selling, all right. First of all, I'll be looking out into this area, all right. So let me draw a line here, okay. Let me get my lines in, all right. Okay. Okay, for pound yen over here. Okay, let me check. For pound yen, okay, this is a good area if the selling is coming. Right now, as we can see, it looks like a double. No, sorry, it looks like a head and shoulder. Right, it's retesting back into this area. So then again, is that over at this point here? All right, we are actually looking more into like there are some selling is going on. If this selling is still going on nicely, all right, I should be looking into 197.37.4. Okay, 197.37.4. Now I'm looking out to take this area here, all right. So they should be looking out for some support to take this. However, all right, we still need to take note about this area here because currently it's actually forming a higher low with a higher high. So this previous higher high, okay, okay, over here, it can actually be a support. You get what I mean? All right. So if we move this up here right now over at this point here, as you can see, all right. So it should be still taking this area here. All right. Should be still taking this area here. Okay. Then very likely, it's very likely that is going to be supported for a while, correct? Okay. Oh yeah, sorry, I forgot to turn on my camera. Okay, yep. And over here, okay, so that is one. All right, if this is going to break below, okay, if this is going to break below 198.72.4, okay, then highly likely to see that the price is going to sell off. All right, it's going to sell off. Then we can see there will be a good chance. Okay, all right. So that is one. Okay, so likely to see that over at this point here that this is going to be the key levels that we are looking out for. All right, then after that once this key level of 198.557 is going to break below to form another low, all right, okay, another lower highs over in H1, and we are now looking at it is testing into the level of support. Am I right? Okay, so once M15 lower time frame showing you some of the signal for selling, all right, then there will be a very good chance that you can see that it should be going down to take this area. All right, okay, this will be the area that they are going to take. All right, so it's about 197.37.4, 197.37.4. Okay, so that's for the pound yen. Right, pound yen at the moment, okay, yeah, this is one likely to be. All right, okay, yep. And well, okay, that's for the pound yen. So I'm actually going back into my pound dollar. All right, let's go back to the pound dollar. Okay, so let's see what is the pound dollar doing today. How's the pound dollar doing today? Actually, I just missed a good buy on the pound dollar. Yeah. All right. Okay, so let's see. Well, today, July 14, on the pound dollar. Since last week we are talking about taking out this 134.800. Yes, it's done. Okay, perfectly done. Last week was like 100% hits on all the analysis. Well, that's pretty good. Well, actually for now, pound dollar, if we are going to look at the bigger time frame as of now, we can see that pound dollar is actually on the bearish side. correct? So just now it was being rejected up this way. Okay, it has been rejected up. Even it was being rejected up, I would say that is actually currently is, well, you know, is still in the bear, so likely to see that these are all the pullbacks, right? Yeah, they are all the pullbacks, am I right? Okay, yeah, so over at this point here, okay, these are all the pullbacks. So if these are all the pullbacks, then likely to see that you know, we are still waiting for a lower time frame to show they are going back for the selling to erase all these temporary gains, correct? Okay, so well, let's set up the key level, okay, which that's what I always do. Okay, I always set up the key levels to help me to determine whether at this level, okay, what is the reaction to the price at that level. Then I will also do up the necessary, okay, action. I will take the necessary action from there. All right, for today, H4, as we can see the structure, I'm using H4 to look at the structure, is lower high, lower high, lower highs, creating down a lower low. Okay, now touching into this level, which we can see, I have actually marked this out, that all these are the area that they are going to fill. All right, so likely let's move down to H1. All right, H1, let me see, there's a very clear one over here. All right, so let me see one over here. All right, 134.50 around here. I have already marked it out anyway. Okay, so this has been taken out. I'm going to erase this. All right, so 134.50 is the target that I'm looking out for. All right, yeah, this is a key level. So if this key level here, okay, what I meant over at this key level over here is that, you know, once this area, okay, once this area, right, has been tested into this area, then likely to see that you know, some reaction here. So right now it's actually bouncing back. So it's also to tell me in this bear trend, currently this is going to be one that they are going to pull back. All right, they are going to pull back. Yes, yep. All right, so this is quite obvious that during in this bear trend, when it hits into this level, the reaction is to buy. Is a signal that they are actually pulling back. Okay, so when they pull back, so I would say that right now, what is the possible price that they are going to pull back? All right, we can tentatively, okay, there may be a bounce back to about 135 over here. All right, 135.20 maybe. Let me see. Okay, 25 or 20, maybe, yeah, should be around here. Okay, so it's around 135.20 to 30. Yeah, okay, 135.20 to 135.20, around there. Okay, then this area may be the area. Okay, should be, if this is going to meet this area, likely because of this, currently they are going to challenge this, then highly likely, okay, they are going to push even higher to take this out. As you can see, there are multiple touched over here, correct? All right, so yep, multiple touch over here, correct? So very likely is going to show, you know, there may be a resistance over here to continue the bear trend. So currently is all the pullbacks. It has no sign of changing of any trend yet. Okay, so we are still in the bear trend. So during the bear trend, this is still quite, you know, okay, this is still quite, I would say that it's still quite something like a pullback. All right, so it's still not really a change of trend yet. So let's tentatively, it is still not there yet. Okay, yeah. Okay, so what else? And what if this breaks below? Okay, if this breaks below, oh, this is something interesting. Okay, then if this is going to break below, I will see it's a very good one to take this out. Okay, this has been always our target over here, which I'm actually looking at this area 133.88.6. Okay, down to maybe 133.80. Yeah, maybe over here around, yeah, which is around there. Okay, yeah, 33.8. Yep. All right, so it's very interesting level. Okay, to actually fill up this whole area. Okay, so currently is a pullback, so I'm waiting for a good chance if this is going to hit the highs, and the highs just nice in the lower time frame. It is actually going down into taking something lower. Okay, so it's actually creating another lower highs in the H1, you know. Okay, or there may be a tentative temporary pullback. Okay, back to 135 to 135 maybe. I will still see 135.3 or 135.4 around there. All right, then there may be a good chance to test into these key levels again. Then probably may be going down again furthermore. All right, yeah, that's what I see. Okay, tentatively, yeah, okay, tentatively, yes. All right, so yep, and that's for the pound dollar. All right, that's for the pound dollar, and tentatively we are still, yes, the trend is still bearish. It's still bearish trend over here. Okay, then yep, okay, then over here I will want to see that over at this point here we can actually still waiting we are still waiting for a good selling from the lower time frame to show us that okay, it's actually going to pull back. The pullback has done their job, and that we are going to sell off again. All right, so I think that is one. Okay, we can take a look. All right, so currently, okay, I think it is going to very soon, I will say. Yeah. All right, yes. Okay, yes. All right, then well, other than this, let's take a look at the gold. Okay, so we have the key levels here. Anyway, you can see the yellow bar beside me over here. All right, so this yellow bar over here, I have already keyed in the key levels, so you can take a look. We can reference back, okay, later on. Yeah, 1345. Yeah, this is the level. You're right. Okay, this is the level. Okay, as for the gold, let's take a look at the gold. Okay, let's go into the gold today. 14 July. As for the gold wise, seems like the bearish trend is not lasting. Okay, it's not really a bearish trend over here. We can see that it's actually still a good one. Okay, hi Alan, nice to see you. All right, so this over here, as we can see, right, we can see that over at this point here, this area we are trying to push even higher. If you're looking to H4, all right, we can see that you know, last week we are talking about the key level. It hits into the key levels, and then it's breakthrough to set up in a lower time frame to set up a support to push even higher. Correct. Okay, so today same thing, we're going to look out for some key levels that is going to reclaim. They are likely, all right, then probably there may be some, you know, pullback. If this 33.42, okay, as of now 33.42, all right, you can still see. Hi Alan, yes, finally I can read the TikTok comment. You're right. Oh man, thank you for your rose. Right, hi Chambers, nice to see you again. It has been a while for me. All right, yeah, and over at this point here, 33.42, I will still see that, you know, the key levels is still here. All right, it's still here, right? But as for the level, okay, this has been taken out, so I'm going to erase this. Okay, these are all my background work, correct? Okay, it has just taken out, so it's gone. Right, so today for the goal, let's see if the bullish, okay, is going to hold above 33.42, and then we may retest around 30, yeah, to 33. Yeah, actually right now over here, because of this area here, all right, we can see that they are filling up the area here, all right. So there are some gaps here, there are some imbalances here, so 372 around there. Okay, so this should be the good one. This should be a good place to wait for a good selling. But if this is going to break above 33.72, then the bull is going to continue. All right, okay. So if gold is going to break below 33.42, then the lowest that we are going to look at is about 32.7. Wow, 32.79. That is very low, which is over here, around this area here. Okay, but I will say that tentatively, it's not impossible. Okay, but not for now, at least. Okay. Okay, yep. XRP. Okay, yep, I'm coming to XRP soon. All right. Okay, so well, that's the goal. For the goal, look out for 33.42. Okay, that's the key levels that we are looking out for. Okay, so let's go to BTC first. Okay, Bitcoin. Let's look at Bitcoin first before we go to XRP. Well, today Bitcoin, nice move. I think months back we are targeting 120, correct? 120k. So today, is a fantastic one that actually yesterday? I think maybe yesterday. Yeah. So it has actually started the move to 120. All right, and today it actually create an ATH even higher. All right, to actually to 122 as of now. Okay. All right, so it's a bullish continuation. Well, let's take a look. Last week we were talking about 117. If this is going to hold above 117, we are going to see a good push even higher. You can see that since last Friday when we talk about this, it actually hold the price around 117. So after 117, it holds very nicely up above 117 yesterday, and then there it goes. Am I right? Okay, so very happy, right, for many crypto investor traders here. All right, so today let's take a look. 121, I would say. All right, 121. Okay, but this is just an estimate one, because why do I say it's just estimate? Because as you guys know me, all right. For me, if there's nothing for me to, usually when it's ATH, okay, when it hits an all-time high, it's a little bit difficult for me to to give a good analysis from here, right? But most of the time, I will, from this area, I will just only look out for the good area that they will come back to set up the support to push even higher. All right, okay, so that's one. Okay, and today, if you are going to ask me, all right, I think basing on some reports and papers, okay, we should be looking up to about 125. Okay, about 125. Okay, but may not be now. Okay, it may be, I don't know, maybe not today, but 125 is another good region to look at if Michael Saylor come into the market again. Okay, all right, but let's say, what if it's going to pull back this time around below 121, then probably we'll be looking into this area. Okay, this is a good area to look out for. 119, is it 119? 118, 119, all right. So should be looking out into this 119 over this area here as a form of support over at this area. Then we will be waiting to see whether this area, is it going to become a bearish breakout, then it will a bearish pullback, then into setting to break out this level and then go into the bear. for a deeper pullback down to maybe 117, right, or 118. Yeah, that may be a possibility there. Correct. Yeah. Okay. So I guess this will be, this can be okay. There's no investment that just goes straight up to the sky and no breather. Am I right? Okay. So most of the time it will. All right. Most of the time it will. Okay. So just take note about that first. Okay. But tentatively, my target will be as high as 125 and maybe testing into 119. All right, if it breaks 121. Okay, so the key levels here, we are all watching on the key levels. And let's watch it and get it, get the key level. Okay, at least you know where to wait for the reaction. So if the price comes into the key levels and the reaction is onto the bearish side, then of course selling is more on our favor. Correct? Okay. Yeah. All right. So now XRP. Well, Alan. Well, coming into XRP. Well, XRP today, we are very happy to see the XRP because we are all inside the XRP, right? Okay, for since I think last year. Okay, very good price and well, let's see. We have XRP. There's a resistance. Okay, basing on the day chart. Okay, let's take a look at the day chart. Well, we have resistance above. Like I was telling JY, okay, if it reach 258, then we will see flying. That is really called flying, huh? All right. So yeah, it flew. All right. So about 3, we can see the resistance is, we are getting near, very near to the resistance right now. Okay. So at this point here, this is where the resistance level is. So if this is going to break further up, okay, for the XRP from 295 above this resistance, then I think we should be able to see a higher price up here, like say over at this point here, maybe 3.1, all right, to 3, maybe over this area 328, 330, yeah, all right. So but currently let's wait for 310 first. Okay, I think 310 will be more conservative over at this point here. It should be around this area of another high level of a resistance before it breaks up for the ATH. All right. Okay, so for now, okay, if we are actually looking into this level, all right, let's see where's the key level. Okay, as I think it's quite obvious, the key levels for this XRP we can see is actually at 295. All right, 295 because of the resistance here into the day chart. Okay, if this is going to break above and break through the resistance level of 3 here, we will be likely to see 310 today. All right, so what if it breaks below, like it's now holding down below, is holding below our key level of 295, then probably a short-term selling down to yep, about here. Okay, so let me check. All right, let me take this away first. All right, let me see in, yep, okay, let me bring it down. Okay, yep, we are almost there. Okay, yes, 270 to around 285, 280, about 280. Yeah, there may be a good chance. Okay, yeah, there may be a good chance here. Yeah, yes, exactly. We have a very nice inverse head and shoulder for the XRP in the day chart. Very, very perfect. Okay, it is so nice. Okay, over here we have 1 and we have also 1 here. Yep. Okay, If this 280 is going to be tested, then 310 is likely to be there. All right, likely to be there. Oh, okay. Yeah, so that is what we are looking for. Yeah. Okay, for ETH, okay, let's take a look at ETH. All right, for ETH over here, well, I think ETH, we are also moving towards the north, nicely done up, correct? We are now extending. Okay, so if this let me see. Okay, ETH, for the ETH right now is we are running at about 3049, correct? 3049, which actually hits our highs over here, correct? It hits our highs over here. So over at this point here, if we are actually taking into consideration 345 right now, it has become a key levels over here. Let me see over here. Okay, why? Let me check. Now over at this point here, as we can see over here, 375, or maybe, let me check, around, okay, so 345 over here, as you can see here. Yeah, this is the area, okay, that they are holding the price. If this is going to break above, news say it will be 3.4 this month. I wish. I wish that it will be 3.4. Yeah. Right. So over at this point here, as we can see now currently, okay, we can take a look at 3045. Okay, so 3045 to 3049. If this is going to break above, I should see 3031 over here, around here, 31 to 32. Okay, so 31 to 32. So this should be this should be the high that they are looking out for as of now. Okay, so but if if they fear, then highly likely we are going to look at something quite okay over here, maybe 28. Okay, around 283 or 281, around this range. Okay, it's around this range. All right, 2830 maybe. Yeah, over here. Okay, this is the area here. Yeah, so it's a very interesting area, am I right? Okay, so these are the areas. Okay, these are the areas that they may be looking out for. But the importantly is we have to know what is the reaction from the key levels here. Okay, the most important part is the key level. Key levels, yep. Okay, the key levels over here is very important. Okay, let's wait for the reaction. If the reaction over into key levels, like you see, is trying to break, holding it down, I think that's another sign that it's actually going to dip. Yeah. Okay. Yes. Okay, so likely, all right, likely, okay, we may be seeing that this is going to continue the selling as well. Yeah. All right. That is one. Okay, that we can see that the ETH is going maybe a little bit pullback over here. If we are talking about the XRP, okay, XRP, we can see very similar. We can see very similar movement. Okay, over at this point here, we are also in the key levels, 295 levels, and now they are holding below the 295. So will it actually pull back down to 281, and then let's wait to see if the 281, if there is any good opportunity to set up for another buying, continue to go even higher. All right, so as of now, okay, as we can see, they are still struggling around 295. Okay, so well, hopefully that the for XRP, it will break above and continue to go on the buying. Am I right? You wish to, and I wish to as well. Correct. All right. So yep, this is something that I would say. Yeah, I would say that these are what we are looking out for. All right. Okay. Yeah. Okay. As of now, okay. I just done up with all these instruments analysis. All right. So if guys, if you like this kind of analysis, let me know by having a comment down there. Okay. Okay. By a comment down there, number one. Just put in the number one will do. Okay. All right. Then over here, all right, and over at this point here, we can see that it seems like it seems like we are actually trying to move the price, but some exhaustion seems like some exhaustion is coming in, right? And this is well as for this 297, okay, it's not the highest, okay, to break the ATH yet. Okay, so currently I would say that tentatively we still holding some good news in the market, like XRP is going to capture 20% of the Swift transaction volume, which is about 30 trillion. I'm not talking about million. Okay, we're talking about trillion. So very likely, okay, some good news is still ongoing, for some positive news is still going for the XRP. So likely to see more is still coming in. Well, apart from SEC, we still have many more. Okay, that it will actually still giving more push for the XRP. All right, okay, and well, let's come back into the pound dollar. All right, if the pound dollar is actually now okay pulling back, will there be any good chance that the pound dollar is going for any selling? All right, okay, so as of now we can see that we hits into the key level and it actually bounced back. Am I right? Okay, so for the pound dollar, I wanted to lower down to the time frame, as now currently is the it is a London session, correct? It's a London session. So in this London session, I want to see if there's some way that actually we can have some trading to enter a trade for selling. Yeah, because now it's currently it is still in a bear trend. Correct, it is still in the bear trend. Yep, so this is still in the bear trend, then very likely we will still see that it should be still ongoing. Okay, it should be still ongoing. Yeah, right, then over at this point here, okay, well, let's see. Okay, for now, as of now, okay, as of now I think it's still let me check. Okay, for the pound dollar, am I right? Okay, we are talking about pound dollar. Yes, as for the pound, I am on the pound dollar. I'm waiting to have a selling on the pound dollar. Have a little quick recap. Generally, the pound dollar we have a good swing up. Now it's into the selling structure. Okay, you can see the market structure is actually on the selling. For swing trader has already making a selling. Okay, and for day trader we have also been following the swing, selling off. Okay, then now today, like today has a very good pullback just now, sorry, and we have a very good pullback from the key levels. Okay, and seems like into these key levels we should be looking at somewhere that it's going to that is going to actually get us into some profits there from selling, because you know why? Over at this point here, we are still actually looking into a lot of area to sell over into this area here. Okay, so the very main target that I'm looking out into is 133.80, 133.380. Okay, 133.380. Okay, so this is still a very good area, and over at this area here, my key level fall in the middle of this range here. Okay, as you can see the FVG over here. Yeah, so looks like there's still a very good chance either it don't come back, because for such an FVG usually as you can see it shouldn't it will not come back, but once it come back, okay, it should not hold, it should continue to go further down to recover everything. Okay, but the thing is that where are we going to go for the selling? So usually, okay, we know the general trend over here, we are looking into selling, am I right? Okay, so that is one. The selling is still ongoing, which is good, right? Then over at this point here, then we are also looking into things like you see over at this point here, we are actually looking into this area to continue the selling, but we need to meet up with a resistance, and with that level, with the resistance level, then we are able to continue the selling. Okay, so for now, for example here, okay, I'm going to move this down. I will be looking into some areas like this area here, right? This area, or maybe even higher like this area here. Okay, that as we can see, it had bounced back from the key levels. It seems like today it is going to take the highs, okay, the Asia high over here. All right, so if this is going to take the Asia high, we can see something here. All right, so there's another imbalance here. Okay, so probably we are going to take this as well. So from this area, then it will achieve the high of 135.304, unless 135 area here, which is holding it firmly downwards, not forming any buying structure, then we will continue to take down even lower. Okay, so this is what I'm waiting for. All right, this is what I'm waiting for to see, to go for a selling. All right, so now if we are looking into this whole area here, right, and this is another level, all right, so we can slowly move down and take a look. All right, let's say M15, lower down to the time frame to see if there's a good chance. Okay, as we can see the highs over here, today's high over here, and now we are actually trying to pull back to take this. All right, or we are actually now forming another lower highs over here, and then it will continue to go down to take this whole area, okay, and lower down to 134.50, and let's see what is the reaction when it tested into 134.50. Okay, yeah, so this is one. All right, this is one. Then over at this point here, then likely to see that we are trying. Okay, we are still trying to take this whole we are trying to take this whole price down to 133.38. okay, 1338, yeah, 1.338, which will actually fill up the whole area over here. Yeah, okay, all right. Yes, and as we can see right now, okay, we still have a little bit up there to be taken. So as of now, probably it should be still trying to take higher. Okay, we are likely to see that it's going to take the Asia high over at this point here. All right, but by taking out the Asia high, I would like to see some setup. Okay, like over at this point here. All right, let's say you can see here. All right, so the price brings above this area of resistance, taking out, and it started to hover around, correct? But it's not breaking below 134.817. Instead, it's actually setting up the support. So likely to see that the price is going to pump even higher to take out the highs, today's high. Okay, so to meet up with a very good resistance over at this point here. Okay, in a lower time frame. Okay, in a lower time frame. Well, if we're looking to textbook, okay, then we can see that now we are having inverse head and shoulder for a temporary pullback, correct? For a temporary pullback. So likely to see some pullbacks over here. Okay, then we may pull back in terms of from the bearish market. All right, so likely to see that the price is going to go even higher. All right, so once it close above this area, all right, then likely this area is going to become the support for the area, and then we are going to the Asia high. All right, so for this, we're going to take the Asia high. Likely, well, how many pips do we have actually? We have about 15 pips, okay, to take that high. All right, well, nevertheless, okay, we have to remember right now we are actually in the bear market, so it will be good that if we are actually selling, okay. It will be good that if we are actually looking for selling. All right, whatever buying you can see over here that's going to pull even higher, they are all pullback trading, okay, a retracement trading. So by looking into this retracement trading, then it may be good, okay, if that is actually going to work with our plans here. All right, then I think that will be perfect. All right, so from here over here, let's see. Okay, we are heading into the midpoint. Okay, yep, so let's wait for a while. Okay, for now, no, this is not the right time to sell yet. Okay, this is not the right time to sell yet actually. Okay, so we got to wait for a little while. All right, I will say that tentatively it looks like there's some selling, but no, not really a good one to sell yet for now. Okay, it's still better to stay put with the buying. Yeah, today if the pullback, okay, if the pullback for the pound dollar, okay, if you see it bounced back from the 134,500, right? Okay, 134,500, then very likely very likely to see that it's actually showing us that now, okay, it is still is a bounce back to have some pullback, to look out for resistance to create another lower high. Okay, yeah, so high chance to see that there should be looking out for some areas before it actually start the selling. Okay, yeah, right. So if you are looking to pound dollar, okay, we can right now we are actually into this area, and it actually bounced even higher, slightly higher into this area here. All right, looks like it's a good chance. Okay, looks like it's a good chance. Okay, for this momentum move, all right, then I will want to wait for a structure. I will want to wait for the structure to show me that it is actually coming in for the selling. Yep. Okay, yes, yeah, I want to see the structure for the selling before I actually go in for the selling. Currently, you can say that it looks like, wow, it hits here and it started to sell off. Yeah, but the thing is that we also have a support level over into this area. As you can see, it has touches quite a few times. Am I right? Okay, so I will want to wait for a little while more. Okay, I want to wait for a little while more to actually to give a better entry. Okay, for the more confirmation. Yeah, for more confirmation over here. Yes. It looks like I mean, for this area, it looks like a good area to sell. Okay, it looks like it's a good area to sell because the day opening. Am I right? Okay, so over at this area here, but let's see. Let's wait for a confirmation. Yeah, just wait for the confirmation first. For now, okay, because as we can see over here, all right, as I see over at this point here, this area, there's a little resistance up there, and over in the bigger time frame, as I can see here, okay, currently it may be pulling back, like say M30, Okay, maybe pulling back a little bit, and then we are going to set up to fill up this area here, or even higher like here, or even higher like here. Okay, these two areas are very very potential for the pullbacks, okay, to reach 135.304. Okay, yeah, it's I would say it's quite potential, because tentatively once it hits into this 134.50, is, you know, it's already very sensitive. Yeah, it's just that you know, we are going to buy in right now. It seems like we are in the midway. Correct, we're in the midway. So if we are talking about in this midway, okay, highly likely I would say that it's better to wait for a very good support to continue the buying. Yeah, it's good to wait for the support, a good support for the buying. Yes. Okay, just if you're asking me if this is a very good support over here, over at this point here, yes it is. All right. Okay, so this area here, okay, or maybe this area here, okay, then when the price comes in, as we can see, if this area comes in here, we can see if we're going to take this highs here, likely if we can see inverse head and shoulder is on the way. Correct. Yeah, so this will become this way, you can see that. Correct. Okay, so this is one that we may be expecting it to happen. All right, alternatively, okay, it may also be setting up this way, all right, over here, this point here, and they actually push out of this area, and this will be the point of support to push even higher. It can be this way as well. This is the ascending. This will be the ascending, right? Okay, so this is the one. This is also one of them. Okay, also one of the possibility that we can look out for. Yep. All right. So at the moment, okay, at the moment I would say that right now, okay, it has this area. Okay, we are looking to M15. All right, this area has been filled. There's no that they are not really filled. They still have a little bit more. Okay, still have a bit more to go. All right, so let's see if this is going to break above, so that it will take up this area here and even to the Asia high. Okay, so we are taking out to this high as well at the moment. Okay, yeah, then from there probably we are looking out for another level of resistance. Then there will be a good chance for the selling. Right. Yes. Okay. Yep. And over at this area here, okay, over at this area here, right. Yep. One thing, we still have about 20 minutes. The H4 is going to open. Okay, if H4 is going to open, will the H4 actually pull back higher up there? All right, then to create another lower highs. Okay, you can see a lower highs here, another lower highs here, another lower highs. So there will be a good chance to see another lower highs around this area here. All right, okay, around this area here, then to swing further down again for a lower low. Yeah. Okay, so yes, what we are actually talking about is that now the trend is in bearish trend. Yeah, so whatever the buying now, they are all the pullbacks. They are all the pullbacks. Okay, so right now, if we are actually looking into this area, all right, this area here, I'm looking at this highs here about 135.3 to 135.4. Okay, reason behind is this is the area that they are creating the lower highs over into H4 area, and also in H1. Okay, also in H1. Okay, so we can see that over here, one bounce, correct, then it went down all the way, then we are waiting for another bounce. Okay, so let's see if this is going to work, right? Yeah. Yep. At the moment, I'm still waiting. Okay. Will I okay, will I sell, or will I buy even if I were to see that it's going to, okay, the question is that will I buy even if I were to see if this is a pullback? Okay. All right, if it's so attractive, okay, with a very good potential space above me to collect the profits, yes, I will. For example here, okay, for example here, so this is the key levels, and from the key level the reaction is to clear, to fill up this area. Yes, I will. Okay, yeah, then but I usually, for me, I will take only short term. Okay, I will take only short term. Yeah, so because it's against the trend. Yeah, yeah, it is against the trend, so likely I will only take short term. So for example, let's say if this is going to break above this level, yeah, I will, this is the area that we can look out for, because okay, if you are looking into a bigger time frame, all right, like M30, you can see that this is the area that they are taking. They are trying to take. We have 1, 2, and 3. Three swing here, 1, 2, 3 here. Okay, the fourth has been filled. So this area may be a change. Okay, a change of character in a very small time frame, which is only a pullback for the bigger time frame, right? So to pull back to a higher area, so that the H4 will have a lower high. Okay, the H4 will, yeah, it will bring the H4 for a lower high. Yep. Of course, I mean, there are possibility that it will not. Okay, yeah, there are possibility that they will not. Okay, but at the moment, by looking at this area here, and to see the pump, likely it will go for a lower high in H4. So that means to say it should be bringing the price further up. Yeah, as of now. Okay, as of now. Yeah. Okay, so as we can see over here, all right, so as we can see over here, they are now, for the pound dollar, okay, they're actually struggling to break this level. Am I right? Okay, because you can see once one good push, and then they started to hover, sign of exhaustion, right? Okay, one pump and it got taken back again. Seems like it's a sign of exhaustion from this wave here. So likely, right? Yeah, likely. Yeah, there may be some pullback. Sorry, there may be some selling over here to set up to pull further up. If not, I think it should. I mean, it is already in bad trend. Am I right? Okay, this is already in bad trend. So in this bad trend, yeah. So by selling off, nothing wrong with that. I would say nothing wrong with that. Okay, yeah. Correct, that's right. Okay, so over here, yeah, so let's see if this is going to sell off. Okay, sell off area. Okay, we are actually also very near. This has been compressed into this area like a flag, so it seems like it's breaking either side for one to have a clearer direction. Am I right? Okay, so it seems like we are waiting for it to clear this area. Correct, this area. We're waiting for it to clear this area, so to see a better, a better one. Yeah, a clearer directions. It may hover around here and then continue. It may hover around here and continue the pullback. Correct. That's right. So let's wait for a little while. Okay. Yeah, let's wait for a little while before we take any action, because right now they are struggling. Maybe exhaustion here, consolidation here, then after that to see a clearer directions. So at the moment, usually when come to this area here, I will not take any trade. Okay, I will not take any trade. I will just wait for a clear picture. Will it be too late for by then when I see the clearer picture? Well, at least it's safer. Am I right? At least it's safer that way. Yeah. Okay, so at this time, okay, at this point of time here, if we are actually looking into selling, yes, we should look for selling. And if we are looking for selling, all right, we should have a good resistance over at this point here. But with this resistance over here, okay, we are meeting up with a support, and it seems like it's actually forming up a market structure of inverse head and shoulder over here to pull back, to pull back even higher, correct? Yeah, there may be a good chance. So you see, unless that explains why for me at this moment here, I wouldn't really want to take a trade. Yeah, for me, yeah, okay. Unless it tests into this level again, all right, let's say it went back to test into this level again, then I see another selling off from here, okay, then yes, that will be a better entry if I want to sell. Yeah, if I want to sell, correct. If yep, okay, yeah. Okay, so for now, I think they are still building up, so I'm just waiting for a good chance. Right, I'm just waiting for a good chance to see if this is going to be another pushing up to form H4 lower high, or to test into that resistance level here, all right, which will actually give another selling opportunity, or it breaks below to form another lower resistance to push further, then I will enter. There will be two ways, okay, either this or here, all right. Yeah, but for now, I think for now over at this area here, all right, unless they can close above to form the buying to go on. If not, hi JJ, nice to see you here. Right, okay, yep, let's wait. Okay, tentatively seems like if you're looking into a smaller time frame, yeah, a pulling back market structure of pulling back is still there. Okay, yeah, that's right. Okay, we are hovering around here. Okay, we are hovering around here. Okay, we are hovering around here, so to see that this area here, it seems like it's not, yeah, unless it breaks lower, huh? Yes. Let's see. Hope I've not missed. Okay, earlier part, I'm just doing up my analysis. Yeah, so now I'm talking about pound dollar for a little while. Yeah, okay, you can later you can play back. Okay, you can play back the video, right? Okay, we are breaking below. Okay, it looks like this is quite a good one. Okay, if this is going to break below over here, if you're going to close right below into this area here, well, I will say that seems like this is going to be a good area to recover here, back here to 134.50 again. I would think so. Okay, anyways, we have a very nice clean traffic over here to take down 134.50. Am I right? Okay, yeah. XRP touches 3, yeah, over here. Okay, XRP touches 3. Looks like it's good thing, huh? Oh yes, nice. It touches 3 and got rejected. Okay, let's wait then. Alright, let's wait. Yeah. Okay, let's wait for that. Okay, I think 310 shouldn't be a problem today. I think the 310 shouldn't be a problem. Okay. I'm wondering, people, guys, over on TikToks, can you still see me live? I suppose it can, because I can still read Alan's comment. Right. Okay, it's breaking below. Okay, over here, I think once it breaks below this area, correct? I think it should. Not I think. Sorry. Why am I keep saying that I think? Okay, over at this point, well, it tested into this area here. Okay, but it did not manage to clear the higher parts here. All right, the higher area here. So it's holding back into this from here. Okay, we are selling off now. Okay, still can see a comment in TikTok. Okay, thank you so much. That's good. All right. Over at this point here, let's likely to see there are 2 areas that we are looking out for. One, the selling starts as into the bear trend again. So in H4, right? In H4, we are actually just now we are looking out for a pullback. Am I right? If that bounce back, highly to see a pullback. Okay. But today over here in H1, as we can see, this level, this candle with that last 1 hour, it has pushed the price up to this area here, having a rejections from this level of previous support to become a resistance right now. Okay, then we are now moving downwards to a lower time frame to see what's exactly happening. So we are actually trying to build an inverse head and shoulder as a support to pull higher, unless the structure is not made up. All right, and it will continue to break lower. Then we are going to take this, they are going to test the support, they're going to fill this up. All right, they're going to fill this up. So in 5 minutes, as we can see over here, okay, they have a good chance that one level over at this point here, okay, then this will be one level we should take note. When it comes to this level, will it actually to continue to break lower? Then we will see that it's coming into the key levels once again at 134.50. Okay, 134.50. All right. Okay. So over here, when it's now it's actually is breaking down this level, then looks like we have good chance that they are going to recover this. All right, to fill this up first. Then probably the next one is to go even lower. All right, yeah, we have to wait for a while, not now. Okay, not now, we have to wait for a little while more. Okay, yep. Well, thank you so much. Great to hear my voice while trading. Well, thank you so much, it's nice. Okay, so for now, let's see if the selling will still be strong. The bear is strong enough to push is strong enough to push it further down to recover this candle. Okay, this sets of this candle. Then we will see what is the reaction over here. Yeah, I know some of you have already start selling. Am I right? I know some of you already start selling. Okay, if you already start selling, okay, then we have to look out. We have to look out into this area here. This area may be an area that is quite crucial. Okay, yeah. Do go big or go home. Either it will just swing, it will just break below and continue the selling downwards. If not, okay, it may form the inverse head and shoulder pattern. Okay, then it will start to move up to take the Asia high here. Yes. Well, over at this point here, over at this point here, this area, okay, which I'm looking at 14th of July 2025, 10:25 candles. The timing is 10:25 candles. Yeah, that's one high possibility that they're going to fill this up. Quite contradicting. Yeah, when you find that it's a bit contradicting, okay, then don't enter first, because it's not in line with the plan. Correct? It's not in line with the plan. So when it's not in line with the plan, then don't go for it. This is the level that I see that it may stop here, that it may go up again. It may be supported to go for the buy, so that it will form up the structure. Yeah, so well, let's take a look. We still have around 4 to 5 pips down there. Yeah, 4 to 5 pips down there. Yes. But according to theory, okay, theoretically, okay, what I see over here is that once it breaks below, it should come down to take this, and it should break this lower, because we are in the bear trend. Correct? Okay, H4 has opened. All right, so previous H4 candle, we are actually look at this. Well, it seems like it's a dodgy. Correct? It seems like it's a dodgy. Yeah, so if this is a dodgy, then yeah, probably it has an indecisiveness in the market, waiting to see what's going on. Okay, well, as you can see, it's getting near, very near. It's getting very near to this area here. Either it breaks, okay, if it breaks, then we will see good chance that it should be moving downwards. Okay, over here, yeah, over this area here, I'm looking at this. Okay, or it may even slightly lower, maybe slightly lower. Yeah, it may go slightly lower. Yeah, okay, so over at this point here, you see the rejections, where the rejection come in from. Can you see this area? All right, yeah, so likely I am just waiting to see what's the reaction is like. Yeah, I'm waiting to see what's the reaction is like into this area here. If this is going to reject it, and then it's going to close as a support, then highly likely we will see the pullback once again. Yeah, unless it's closed, the candle closed lower. Okay, unless the candle closed lower, then maybe there will be a good chance that the price is going to swing lower. Yeah, indeed. You see, we are here again, and into this range, this yellow line and the purple line here. Okay, this range here. All right, so within this range, I want to see what is the reaction. Yeah, not surprised that it's going to go down all the way to take this. All right, not surprised. Yeah, okay, we are pretty close. We have about another 1 minute to go. Okay, so the next M5 is going to open, and let's take a look at the M15. M15 looks like it's still pretty good to show that well, they are going to recover this area here. Okay, at the price 134.69.7 over here. If we are looking at current price down here, we have about 8 pips to go. Okay, well, over and into M15, it looks like well, over here and nice, correct, from this wave here. Okay, from this wave here we have from this we have a support and break it, so we have a lower low here, we are going to see if this is going to bring this down into this. How many touches is that? All right, okay, looks like this resistance is actually pretty good over here. Okay, we are actually looking into this area first, from the purple line here to the yellow line here. All right, okay, to see if that works. Okay, M5 has opened. Let's take a look. M5 over here, seems like we are holding it now. Let's see, it's holding. Where is it? Aha, will it actually retest back to go even higher? Possible, am I right? Okay, yeah, looks like, huh? Okay, so okay, looks like it's having some reaction into this area now, correct? Yeah, like I told you, this area over here, we are going to have some reaction, so it's common, it's normal. Okay, for now, yeah. And we are actually now waiting to see if this is going to be only a small pullback, then after that it's going to swing further down, take out the whole area here. All right, possible, yes, likely. Well, let's wait and see, because for now it seems like the key level hold it quite well to form form structure, correct? Okay, yeah. If we look into, let's see, H4. Okay, H4, yep, over into this area here, right? It touches this and got rejected. Yes, so yes, I'm waiting for retest to confirm further potential entry. Yes, for the selling, right now I don't see any yet. It's still in the bear trend, so it's still good to wait for a little while. All right, let's say it's going to pull back here around this area. All right, okay, then if it started to swing back again, then we have good chance. However, we still have to be careful. Why? Is because just earlier on it swing down into these key levels, all right, area, and then it started to form up an inverse head and shoulder, which okay, is signal a pullback. Okay, signal a pullback for H4 to swing higher, to form a lower highs, then the selling will come. So it's going to be quite a long journey for now. Okay, yeah, all right, so that's what I see here, because of the rejections here, okay, and leaving this wick down here. Yeah, so I'm still waiting for a good chance. Right now in the lower time frame, it seems like it's going to sell off as a resistance here to create a lower highs, to pull down for a lower low, but the thing is that if you look at this, seems like the structure of buying is coming in from a lower time frame, which signal a bigger time frame pullback. It's a pullback for a bigger time frame. Yeah, so this is what I see. Okay, this is what I see. So at the moment, it's better to wait. Okay, but short-term selling, if you're talking about short-term selling, from this area to this area, from this range 134.82.7 82.5 to 134.69.7, around this range here, all right, is possible for selling, but it may be building up the inverse right shoulder here. Okay, so it's quite risky. Okay, let's say if this is going to break below, let's say if it's going to swing below, all right, and it tests back into this area as a lower highs here, then it will be good to see that it's going to swing down. Okay, yeah, okay, either way, yeah, so this may be a possible way. I will see that this should be better, right? There's there's always a few ways, okay, but always look at what is the current situation that give the best options, okay, before we actually move towards. Yeah, okay, so looks like it's stopping around this area here as an inverse head and shoulder, am I right? Okay, so if this is going to break above this neck here, then I think likely to see a good pump. Okay, a good pump up, unless this is like, it swing down, it comes back here, retest and got rejected down again. All right, then this should be good. Then we will see this happening. Okay, then we'll see this way, we'll see that this is going to happen this way. Then okay, that's fine, that will be pretty good. Yeah, so there will be two options. Yeah, so we will need to take a look. We will need to wait for the price to form either way, because right now as I see, it's more onto the structure. It's like a buying structure, and it's going to be the pullback of H4. It's going to be a pullback of the H4. It seems like the H4 from this selling here. Okay, let me zoom in. This wave, it started to sell off nicely, and from here it started to have a sign of exhaustion over here. All right, then after that, we should, after the signs of exhaustion, then I go for a lower time frame and take a look. The structure has tested into the key levels and started to form a buying structure. So it started to form a buying structure. It seems like it's signal a potential pullback of H4 to form a lower highs before it goes further down. Okay, yeah, but of course there are some liquidity waiting to be swept. Okay, we are still waiting. Okay, there are liquidity to be swept again, so of course there are still chance, but there are still chance of the continuation of the selling. However, if there's good chance of the continuation of the selling, then we will go down to a lower time frame. Then we will see that if they broke the market structure, if they breaks the market structure, then we will see, okay, continuation of selling is coming, then look out for entry. Okay, don't enter first, then look out for structure. Okay, the sequence is wrong. Right, okay, yeah, the sequence is wrong, exactly, yes. Okay, so no way. Right, yeah, I believe all of you know. Okay, yeah, I'm just pointing it out to myself. Yeah, okay, so viewers, don't think that I'm super. Okay, yeah. Okay, then over here, well, over here, let's wait. Okay, we should be looking into, right now we should be waiting. All right, over here, this area, Yes, Bradley, being humble is good. Thank you. Okay, so hang on for a little while and see, because as you can see right now they are actually coming in, they are actually coming to this area here. My first plan, right, here to here, then back here, retesting. Now they are struggling, right? They are, seems like it's struggling. So if the struggling over here to point out for a selling, then we have a good chance to go this way. All right, then this way to hold the trade further down, okay, lower. All right, yep, okay, yep, I'm looking into this. Yes, we are looking into this. Let's see, potentially will it actually test into this to form this structure? If it's not, then too bad. If it's going to break above, then we're going to wait for a pump of another support up there to buy. Highly likely, right? Okay, yeah, but it's still not there yet. Okay, ultimately you see it's still got some rejections here. All right, so let's see if this area here is going to bring the price down back to the key levels here. All right, maybe. Yeah, okay, anyway, for now, right now over here, okay, let me erase this. It has been tested once. Okay, so if the selling is coming in, then I think the next confirmation should be an entry. Okay, yeah, because right now it seems like we are going to form. Okay, if you look at this level here, right, it had tested into this level, one highs here. If this is going to close as a resistance, another lower highs is here, so likely to see it's going to test this support to break this for a lower low. Okay, yeah, okay. 完美 finish for BTC. Yep, I'm done with the BTC. Okay, over here, Bitcoin over here. Today I'm looking at the key levels over at this area here. Let me go to day one. All right, okay, this area here. So today my key level will be around my key level will be 121,000. If this is going to hold above, we are looking for 125. If this is going to break below, I'm going to look for 119. Okay, yeah, so this is where I'm looking out for. That's for the BTC. Okay, yeah, for pound dollar, waiting to sell for now. Okay, I'm looking for selling, waiting for a good selling here. All right, over at this point here, we have a good moving momentum move up there and started to show some exhaustion, ranging into this area. It breaks off, it breaks out of this area, and then now retest into this area. So but the structure comes to the key levels, and then it started to boom up from the left shoulder to the right shoulder over here. Seems like we are going to pull back for the H4, just like last week when I was talking to you, right, last Friday. Okay, it seems like going to pull back for the H4 to form a lower highs. Okay, so right now, whether it will or not, it will break above this area, then we'll have a confirmation that it will still continue to go further up. If not, all right, if not, this is going to hold lower, then it should be taking back this area of the liquidity here. Okay, yeah, so it's quite a good liquidity over here to be taken out, right? Then back to test into 134,503 as a key level over here, right? Anyway, this should be the right way to sell because we are in the bear. Okay, we are in the bear market. All right, we are in the bear market. So at the moment, more on the selling side. Okay, we are looking more onto the selling side for the pound dollar. All right. However, just take note because in a smaller time frame, lower time frame, okay, we are actually having a structure that's going to show us that they are going to bring the price further up, all right, further up to for the H4 to form a another lower highs before it sell off, all right. So it depends now, okay, it depends on current situation whether they will break above this area or they are going to hold lower and break below. Then it will still continue to go on the selling into to take out all this area here. Yeah, okay, yes, today ATH again, you are right, for the Bitcoin. Yeah, so right now for this pound dollar, yeah, still struggling. So guys, just pay attention to this area here. All right, so once it holds, once again it comes down this way, am I right? Okay, why is this area? Is because of the support here. If we're going to form the right shoulder, so over at this point here, if this is going to hold as a resistance, right, from this area here, then we will likely to see that it's going to test back this area, break below, retest this area again, then to recover this. Okay, right, this is of course the best plan, best option. All right, yeah, this is what we are looking out for. Okay, so next, what if it goes against us? Okay, let's say it goes against, and now from here it goes up. Okay, tested into the resistance from here, then it turns back as a support, then it should be continue further up. Okay, to form the highs in the H4. Okay, likely to be 135,304 around there. All right, then from there, okay, it should be around here. Okay, let me see, it should be around here. Okay, it should be around here. All right, so then from there, then we look out for another round of selling, which give us more space down to 133,380. 133,380. Okay, yeah, so for now, we have not decided, the market has not decided yet. Okay, so just wait. Okay, just hang on first. All right, just hang on whether that it will actually continue the selling down to break this area to bring the price down further. Okay, down to 134,503. Okay, to test the key levels. If this is going to break below, okay, if this is going to break below here, all right, this is the key level, then we are going to look out for 134,332 first over here. Okay, once this cleared, then I think very nice area down here, around 50 pips down here to 133,380. 133,380. 133, sorry, 133,80. 133,80. Okay, yeah, 133,80. All right, yeah. Okay, so it depends right now whether they are they going to test above, or they are going to break above, or they are going to test this as a resistance to sell down again. Which area that you may be thinking of? The right shoulder has a good chance, right? Yeah, so hang on first, let's see, because you look at M15, same thing, one here, down, another right here, another level, correct? Another structure here, correct? Yes, Right, still struggling. It's still struggling here. Yeah, so hang on first. Yep. Okay. It's normal. I would say that it's normal to boom even higher to take 135,304. Yeah. Uh, Over at this point here, I think no, not yet. It's still it is still coming. No, it is still in the area here, struggling. Not yet to confirm. Okay, not yet to confirm for a buy. Yeah. Although I said that it will, although I said, okay, although I said that it has a possibility for H4 to pull back to 135,304 to form a lower highs for the whole structure here. Okay. However, current situation is that it is struggling to break above. It's struggling to break above to form that structure. Okay, because we are in the bear trend. So pull back, you are pulling back to buy against the bear. I think it's not easy. Yeah, it's not easy. So generally, it's still more on the selling side. Generally, it's still more on the selling side. As you can see, all right, although there's structure coming in, yes, all right, there's structure coming in, then, we have to read it that way. General trend, we are in the bear, but in the lower time frame, we see that there's a market structure that is on the buying side. That means to say we are having a pullback in a bigger time frame. Okay, we have a pullback in a bigger time frame. Yeah, so that shows a pullback. Yeah, if this forms, okay, this market structure forms, okay, then okay, we will know there is a pullback. All right, but during the pullback in the bear trend, try not to trade against the trend if you are not so well versed with that. Okay, either you don't enter a trade and you wait for it to pull back, all right, for the next 4 hours or so, then a new structure to sell back again, then we sell. That's fine. Anyway, trading is all about waiting game. Am I right? Yeah, it's all about waiting game. Yeah. Yep, that's right. So you can see if this structure is here, wow, I think even for seller it's also not easy. We are somehow trapped into within this area. Well, there's a possibility whereby, okay, it should swing down, okay, to form a double bottom, okay, over here. Then we will see a pullback, a nice buying up. Yes. Then for that case, buyers, of course, from here, if there's a double bottom, then definitely it will be a good time for the buyers to buy back as a general bear trend pullbacks over here. Yeah. Okay. And right now, why am I saying that it's also not a good time for the buyers? Is because we are still holding nicely down here as a resistance. Right. If the next resistance will come in to open lower, then yeah, selling is still on the way. Then you will see likely the structure will become a double bottom over here. Yeah, so they were going to take this out, and then they will be forming the double bottom before the pullback comes in. Okay. Yeah. All right. So over here, let me see, over at this point here, you are oh, okay, sorry, your question is, oh, if the price stop here, all right, yes, just now we are talking about this, yes, from the selling over here, okay, they are going, because of this is a structure, am I right, over here, so this is a support, this is a support within this structure here, so they also have to break this support level. Then if this support level is going to break to form lower low in this wave, another retest comes in, we'll see very good selling down there. This will be the potential area. When this area to this area is, I would say that it's not good, okay, however we have about 11 pips, okay, if you are good enough for 5 pips scalping, yes, that is good, all right, but if you're going to get down to this area, then probably you may want to reconsider, okay, that scalp a 5 pip first, after it breaks, retest back, and then another round, then it will be better. Sometimes, you know, at times you just need to at times you just need to, a few more trades to complete everything. Okay, at times, yeah, right, yes. Okay, so by looking into M15 right now, okay, since the new M15 has opened, as we can see, it hits here with a structure here, another round here of this. Looks like this is not very promising for the selling, correct? It seems like it's forming an inverse head and shoulder pattern here. Then it's going to probably is going to break this up to test into the resistance over here, correct? Am I right? Can you see? Yeah, all right, but of course when we are looking into M5, okay, they are still holding down into this area of resistance, so you can see it's very struggling, correct? It's still very struggling, yeah, it's still very struggling. So at the moment, yeah, don't do anything yet. Yeah, it's better not to do anything yet. Okay, generally we are in the bear, okay, generally we are still in the bear, which is still good, okay, still good for selling, but it's just that we want to find a good point, a good spot to sell. Yeah, I want to find a good spot to sell. Yes, by looking into now, okay, looks like it's trying to break above this area, am I right? Okay, so let's see if this is going to form a support up there, another from this low, higher low, another, and then we are going to see if this another support above this area, not in this area but above this area, then we will have a good chance that it will swing even higher. Yeah, okay, nice, okay, I'm glad you understand. All right, good. So we have this area, okay, to sum up for the pound dollar. All right, okay, one over here, tested, retest, okay, and if this is going to sell back here, we take note of this area, okay, then once again, then we will be taking this area to form double bottom, okay, then after that we will see the boom up, okay, yeah, likely it's going to be likely it should be like that, okay. Alternatively, if this is this feared, then we will be looking up that immediately. Right now they are pulling back, okay, set up, then go. All right, okay, so because why, we can see from the structure here, okay, this is a lower time frame structure that actually tells us that the, you know what, for the bigger time frame, I'm going to have some pullback with this structure coming in, you know, okay, So if this structure comes in, then highly likely we're going to see some pullback. All right, yeah, it's okay, yeah, so it's quite easy to understand, am I right? Okay, yeah, quite easy to understand. Yes, very good. Well, okay, so I guess that should be all for now. All right, so guys, I shall see you guys tomorrow once again. Okay, so just tune in. Okay, so for those who have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, remember to subscribe to my YouTube channel, and also now I'm extending my TikTok. All right, so just information for all of you to extending out to reach more people to join our community. Okay, that's all for today, and thank you so much for tuning in. And this is Eric Day from ACS Learning Hub. See you again. Okay, I'll see you tomorrow.